Bonjour, Minawa, Ginawa. Welcome back to Ojibwe Language Table with Wes Jourdain. Lesson number 123, continuing on the topic of senses. This is part two of our part maybe four series, and we're in negated form. So don't mind that typo down there that says negative. That just means that we are in negative form. I apologize for that. Welcome back once again. We always start with our Ojibwe language table self-introduction, and that is Buju Gakinawia, or Anin to all you Aniners out there. West Jordan Indigenous cause, Gidiga Benesi Indigo, Magizine Indude, Mesquagamiwe Zaga Iganing Indun Jaba, Ga Asanitsa Cogninda. And if you ever need help with your self introduction, please refer back to lesson number 1, 2, and 3. You can find those under my YouTube channel. Oh, I forgot. I call YouTube GeenTube. Get it? Geen, you, tube. GeenTube. All right. So we have senses. Part 2, inanimate. We're going to start with the inanimate senses in negated form. So you're going to see a pattern of Gawin Sinun on a lot of these words that we've seen in part 1. And we'll just get started. Here we go. Gawin Mino Nagwas Sinun. Gawin Mino Nagwas Sinun. It doesn't look good. Gawin Mino Nagwas Sinun. Now there's a lot happening here with this word. If we remember from part 1, we have the word minonagwad, which means it looks good. So when we want to negate it and say it doesn't look good, we're going to add gawin to the front. We're going to put our word minonagwad right in the middle. And what happens is that D falls off. The D on minonagwad falls off. And then we're going to add sinun to the back of that word, and it goes all together, it flows together. Now we have the big word that says gawin minonagwasinun. It doesn't look good. It being the inanimate object. All right. So knowing that, we'll move on to the next one. Gawin minomagwasinun. Gawin minomagwasinun. It doesn't smell good. It, the animate object, doesn't smell good. So maybe we're talking about maybe a sock, could be underwear, could be a shoe, anything that's inanimate we're talking about in this form. So we have our word minomagwad, okay, which means it smells good, minomagwad. When we're going to negate it, we're going to add gawin to the front, minomagwad, and then what happens to the D? Correct. Migwayak. Drop the D and you add sinun to the back of the word, making the word gawin minomagwas sinun. It doesn't smell good. All right. Moving along, our third of 4, we have gawin minopogwas sinun. Gawin minopogwas sinun. It doesn't taste good. Gawin minopogwas sinun. And then here's our word that we started with was minopogwad, meaning it tastes good. We negated it. We added gawin to the front. We put minopogwad in the middle. And what did we do to the D? Migwayak. We dropped the D and add sinun. All right, making it gawin minopogwas sinun. It doesn't taste good. And you're talking about inanimate beings, maybe, I think you can say, because like when you kill an animal and you're eating the meat of that animal, I don't know if that works, maybe not. Don't go with that. But maybe you're tasting something. Oh no, it doesn't taste good. Maybe it's a vegetable that's non-living. Maybe it's a fruit, but some fruits are animate. So keep that in mind. There's a whole different word for that. All right, not to confuse anybody, let's keep going. Gawin minotagwasinun. Gawin minotagwasinun. It doesn't sound good. Gawin minotagwasinun. Okay, maybe your brakes are going out on your car. You slam on your brakes, you hear a squeal. It sounds like 10 baby eagles squealing in a nest. Gawin minotagwasinun. I can't use that because they're animate beings. But if your brakes are bad and they don't sound good, you can say this one, Gawin minotagwasinun, and it doesn't sound good. Same thing, we put the Gawin in the front. Minotagwad was our word. That means it sounds good. And then we drop the D and we add Sinun, Migueyak. Gawin minotagwasinun. It doesn't sound good. So now that we have these four negated inanimate terms in front of us, take a look now. The first one has to do with our sight, smell, taste, and our sound that we hear. Okay? Na, ma, po, ta. Na, ma, po, ta. If it helps you, for some reason, for me, that's how I'm reminded of our senses. I always like to start here. Na, ma, po, ta. All right. Kind of weird, but it works for me. If it works for me, it might work for you. Let's go on to our animate objects now. And they're in negated form also. And let's start with this one. Gawin mino na gozise. Gawin mino na gozise. We have the word that says she or he doesn't look good. Okay? So we have Gawin mino na gozise. Our word before it got negated is minonagozi, which means she or he looks good. And then we added Gawin to the front. We put our word minonagozi in here. We don't drop anything. And then we add C to the end of it, S-I-I, making it Gawin minonagozi si. She or he doesn't look good. So now we're talking about animate people. Could be an animal, could be a person, could be a man, woman. It doesn't matter in this case, but this is the pattern. You're going to have a Gawin C pattern when doing animate people or animate, I want to say objects, but yeah. Anyway, number 2, here we go. Gawin mino ma gozisi. Gawin mino ma gozisi. She or he doesn't smell good. Remember, ma. Na, ma, po, ta. This is ma. Gawin mino ma gozisi. She or he doesn't smell good. Same thing, gawin on the front. We just put our word minomagozi in the middle, and we add C on the end when we negate these terms. Next one, number 3 of 4, we go to gawin minopogozisi. Gawin minopogozisi. She or he doesn't taste good. All right, gawin minopogozisi. Maybe, how can I describe this one? Anyway, Gawin, I'm missing an I there. Don't say Gawin, say Gawin. And then we add minopogazi, meaning she or he tastes good. And then to negate it, we're adding C at the end. Gawin minopogazi. Maybe you give somebody a smooch. Okay? Ojim shin. Kiss me. Ojim, I think is kiss him or her. Oh man, I always get this one confused. But maybe you kissed somebody and they didn't taste good. You tasted their skin. Maybe you kissed them on the cheek, kissed them on the lips, and all of that kissing stuff that people do. And it didn't taste good. You look at someone, oh, gawin ka min na po kasi. You don't taste good. Actually, I put get in here. Gawin ka min na po kasi. You don't taste good. But if you kiss somebody and then you turn to somebody else to tell somebody, That's when you would use this one right here. Gawin minopogo zisi. Gawin minopogo zisi. Indequamish. Or na bamish. Or anything like that. In Inuish. Whatever, whoever you're describing, that you just kissed and it didn't taste good. So let's move on to the last one here. Gawin minotago zisi. Gawin minotago zisi. She or he doesn't sound good. Okay, maybe they got a sore throat. Maybe they boogeted. You know, that's a sound coming out of somebody. Where you have the word gawin in the front. Minotagozi means she or he sounds good. Maybe they speak real good Ojibwe. Oh, giminotagos, you can tell somebody. Giminotagos, you sound good. Okay. But in this sense, we're talking about third person form. Gawin minotagos, you see, she or he over there doesn't sound good. Okay. So think of it like that. This is all third person. She or he doesn't sound good. All right. So remember, let's keep this in mind. This is na, ma, po, ta. Na, ma, po, ta. All right. I may have started something here with you guys, the first time sharing this with anybody, but this is how I learn sight, smell, taste, and sound. Okay. Na, ma, po, ta. All right. If that helps. To each his and her own. And with that, Miigwech Bizindawieg, Minawa, Miigwech Ki Kanawabandamek. Thank yous for listening. Thank yous for watching. Welcoming you back to lesson number 124. On our next lesson, we're gonna take a look at some more words that talk about things that are bad, that look bad, smell bad, taste bad, and sound bad, along with the animate form. So me Gigawabmin and me in a while. I will see you all again at some time. And be safe. Ayang guamaziyok kakinawia. Migwich bizindawieg mi nawa.